For a lot of people, the dream is simple. Wake up in the morning, walk out the front door, and feel ocean breeze on your face, hear the waves, smell the salt air. But somewhere along the way, that dream started carrying a pretty hefty price tag. Cities like Miami, Malibu, and the Hamptons have become playgrounds for the ultra-wealthy, leaving most people to wonder if beach living is even a realistic goal anymore. Well, today on Atlas Uncovered, I'm here to tell you it absolutely is. We've done the research, crunched the numbers, and found the 10 most affordable beach towns in America. Places where the cost of living won't drain your bank account, and the ocean isn't just something you visit once a year on vacation. Before we dive in, a quick note. Affordability means different things to different people, and every town has its own trade-offs. But if beach access and a lower cost of living are high on your list, you're going to want to stick around for all 10. Number 1. Gulfport, Mississippi. When people think of affordable beach living, Mississippi might not be the first place that comes to mind, but that's exactly what makes Gulfport such a hidden gem. Gulfport sits right on the Gulf of Mexico, offering miles of white sandy beaches without the eye-watering price tags you'd find in Florida or California. Let's talk numbers, because that's really why we're all here. The median home price in Gulfport hovers around $175,000, which is remarkably low compared to the national median. The overall cost of living is also significantly below the national average, making it one of the most affordable places in the country to actually live on the water. Now, Gulfport isn't without its challenges. Like many Gulf Coast cities, it sits in a hurricane-prone zone, so home insurance can be a factor. But for those who don't mind the weather risk, the financial upside is hard to ignore. And beyond the beach, you'll find a city with a genuine community feel, a growing art scene, and easy access to New Orleans, just about an hour and a half to the west. Number 2. Rockport, Texas. Texas may not scream beach town to most people, but Rockport is quietly making a case for itself. Located on the Gulf Coast about 35 miles northeast of Corpus Christi, Rockport has long been a favorite among retirees and fishing enthusiasts, and it's not hard to see why. The median home price sits around $285,000, which is reasonable given the waterfront access and the fact that Texas has no state income tax. That last point alone can make a meaningful difference in your annual budget. Rockport is also known for being one of the top birding destinations in the entire country, which brings a unique and surprisingly vibrant tourism community to the area. If you're someone who wants the charm of a small coastal town, think local seafood restaurants, art galleries, and fishing piers. Without the overcrowded, overpriced atmosphere of larger beach destinations, Rockport deserves a serious look. Number 3. Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Yes, Mississippi makes the list twice, and honestly, it's earned it. Ocean Springs is located just east of Biloxi, and it has developed a well-earned reputation as one of the most artistically vibrant small towns on the Gulf Coast. What's remarkable about Ocean Springs is how much character it packs into such a small, affordable package. The downtown area is lined with locally owned restaurants, boutiques, and art galleries that give the town a personality you simply don't find in larger, more commercialized beach cities. The median home price in Ocean Springs is around $235,000, and the overall cost of living remains comfortably below the national average. For those looking for affordable beach living with genuine community and culture baked in, Ocean Springs is one of the most underrated options on this entire list. Number 4. Brunswick, Georgia. If you've ever heard of the Golden Isles of Georgia, home to Jekyll Island, St. Simon's Island, and Sea Island, then you already know how stunning this stretch of coastline is. What you may not know is that Brunswick, the small city that serves as the gateway to all of it, offers some of the most affordable real estate in the entire region. The median home price in Brunswick is around $175,000, which is remarkable when you consider that some of the most beautiful barrier island beaches in the southeast are just minutes away by bridge. Brunswick itself has a rich history, a growing restaurant scene, and a downtown area that's been steadily revitalizing over the past decade. The catch? Brunswick does have a higher crime rate than some of the other towns on this list, so it's worth doing your research on specific neighborhoods. But for the right buyer, in the right area, the value here is genuinely exceptional. Number 5. Port Angeles, Washington. We're heading to the Pacific Northwest now, because affordable beach living isn't limited to the South. Port Angeles sits on Washington's Olympic Peninsula, overlooking the Strait of Juan de Fuca, with stunning views of Victoria, British Columbia across the water. Now, let's set expectations. If you're dreaming of warm, tropical waters, Port Angeles isn't going to deliver that. The Pacific Northwest coastline is dramatic, rugged, and honestly breathtaking. But it's not a place for swimming in the ocean in July. What it is, however, is remarkably affordable by Pacific Coast standards. The median home price in Port Angeles is around $340,000. For a coastal town in the western United States, that's genuinely difficult to beat. Compare that to cities like Seattle or anywhere in coastal California, and the difference is staggering. As an added bonus, you'll have direct access to Olympic National Park, which offers some of the most extraordinary hiking, wildlife, and scenery in North America. Number 6. Eastport, Maine. Here's one that might surprise you. Eastport, Maine is the easternmost city in the entire United States, perched on a small island in Washington County, right on the Canadian border. And when I say affordable, I mean genuinely, almost hard to believe affordable. Median home prices in Eastport have been known to fall well under $200,000, sometimes significantly under, making it one of the cheapest places to own waterfront-adjacent property in the country. The trade-off? Eastport is remote, very remote. The population hovers around 1,300 people. Winters are cold and unforgiving. And if big city amenities are important to you, this is not the place. But if you've ever romanticized the idea of living in a small, historic fishing village where you actually know your neighbors, surrounded by rugged Atlantic coastline and spectacular ocean views, Eastport offers something that money genuinely can't buy in most of the country. Number 7. Biloxi, Mississippi. All right, Mississippi earns a third mention, and at this point, it's hard to argue with the data. Biloxi is the largest and most well-known city on this list from the Gulf Coast, and it brings something the smaller towns can't fully match: amenities. With its casinos, entertainment venues, seafood restaurants, and sports facilities, Biloxi has the infrastructure of a real mid-sized city, while still offering Gulf Coast beach access and a cost of living that remains significantly below the national average. The median home price in Biloxi is around $190,000. And while the casino economy isn't for everyone, it has helped fund local services and keep property taxes relatively low. For those who want the convenience and activity of a larger town without sacrificing beach access or blowing the budget, Biloxi makes a compelling case. Number 8. Bandon, Oregon. If dramatic Pacific Ocean scenery is what you're after, few places in America can rival Bandon, Oregon, known for its iconic sea stacks. Massive rock formations rising dramatically from the ocean, Bandon is the kind of place that looks like it belongs in a nature documentary, and yet the median home price sits around $375,000. Number 9. Dauphin Island, Alabama. With a population of only about 1,200 people, Dauphin Island sits at the mouth of Mobile Bay on Alabama's Gulf Coast, and it offers something increasingly rare. Number 10. Tybee Island, Georgia. We're rounding out the list just outside of Savannah, Georgia, with Tybee Island, and this one is a genuinely special entry. Tybee sits about 18 miles east of Savannah. Thanks for watching Atlas Uncovered. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a new adventure. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive and keep uncovering the world.